What is happening, people? We're here with my mate Zac today, and we're going to sit down and give you a video on how you can achieve absolutely nothing in the gym.
So if you guys do any of these things we're going to talk about today, you will waste all of your time in the gym, you'll be training, you'll make no gains, and you'll feel like a fat piece of shit.
All jokes aside, these are the 5 biggest mistakes that we made when training that guaranteed we did not make the gains that we could have made in the gym.
Number 1, following way too closely who you follow on social media and what they do in the gym, looking at other people in the gym, and then basing your workouts and diet as well, especially off influencers. Interesting coming from us.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what you're doing right now.
Yeah, we talk absolute shit. Don't follow these influencers.
But we're an influencer telling you what to do, but don't even fucking dare listen to us. Being on this side, it's all well and good for us to post good information, good workouts and advice, which I hope we do that well. I think we do it quite well.
Yeah.
But then you get the people who are just charlatans trying to post their own agenda, or mainly just pop up in the algorithm because they're doing weird shit, and then following that, no gains.
If like a fitness influencer or someone online does this thing that is like unique and special to them, and it's like the fucking secret to gains, and that's the only thing that works, they're fucking lying. It's gonna make them unique, it's gonna make them sales, they're just using you for money. So it's like one of the biggest things that when I first started anyway was following like bullshit, stupid advice from people that just wanted to monopolize off my stupidity. I used to go in the gym when I first started. Every chest session I'd do like 20 minutes of rotator cuff exercises.
Yeah, same.
And it's like, unless you've got an injury, it's gonna do fucking nothing. What are you gonna achieve by doing anything?
From every angle,
and so many guys in the gym, you've got to get that one in, and that one.
But then they go and fuck themselves up with form.
Yeah.
Then they're like, hang on.
Literally, you just want to stick to the core foundational stuff, like your heavy compound lifts, your compound movements. Look at the stuff that has been tried and tested throughout bodybuilding. Like whether you're a guy or a girl, like muscle gain is muscle gain. So the like squat, bench, presses, whatever it is, like the traditional movements, not the fucking reverse bent over row,
upside down gravitation. Learn how to do those ones as well. Like learn how to do them well. It's because if people are deadlifting and they got the worst form ever, they're also just trying to be like the dudes that's seeing on socials deadlifting heavy. So it's like just like do the basics and do them well. That's like as simple as it needs to be, and I never did that. Like took me ages.
Thing number 2 that's going to ensure you get absolutely zero gains, well, it's going to severely limit your gains, is doing 1 rep maxes all the time. Like,
I like that.
Do you remember doing that?
Yeah.
Like every week I would do a fucking 1 rep max. And
is it on bench?
Yeah. There's a reason that not even powerlifters like Eddie Hall do 1 rep maxes regularly. It's probably once every few months in their programming, because it absolutely fucks the rest of your training, man. And the only thing it's good for is an Instagram video or your ego. Like you're doing a 1 rep max is not gonna benefit you from a hypertrophy point of view. It's just gonna fuck your CNS, fatigue you, and mean that you're not gonna be able to put the effort in for the rest of the session.
And it will increase the risk of injury as well.
Yeah.
Like how's those guys tearing their pecs off?
Yeah.
They're not doing like 12 reps.
Yeah.
They're not warming up with a weight. Like that's a heavy ass weight. And then all of a sudden, oh no, this isn't attached anymore. Number 3 is always trying to get shredded, always dieting, and never giving yourself enough time to actually eat enough to grow muscle. This is like,
I do this now.
this is something that I've always done, and that I still kind of battle with, because it's very difficult when you want to stay in shape. Like I think particularly us, because we're also trying to grow on socials, but a lot of people are as well. So trying to maintain an image and at least look really good. But for me personally, I went back and I lost muscle for doing this. Because I would try and stay super shredded. My training would kind of be secondary, and I'd always just be eating the bare minimal. And I thought, this is okay, short-term goals, let's get lean. After like 2-3 years, I look back, I'm like, I'm actually getting smaller.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking I'm training every day in the gym and I'm getting smaller. And it happened like that. It was weird.
Too many people cut too soon. Obviously you train because you want to look good, you want to look aesthetic, you want to look shredded.
Yeah.
But then too many people cut too soon and then regress and progress. It takes fucking years to build a physique. It's like you can't have it straight away.
100%.
And if you try and get it straight away through shortcuts, then it's not going to benefit you in the long run.
But I think what fuels this though is looking on socials. You get these young dudes who are shredded as fuck.
Yeah.
Like they don't put on body fat even if they try, and they just lean, they build muscle, probably like genetically elite. And then you're like, oh, I need to get to that. So then for me to get to that, I've got to get absolutely diced. And then you go to this whole dieting yo-yo again. It goes back to, but you look at those guys putting the work, like the Bombay, and they're just going like day in, day out, investing in their future selves by doing that. You know, that's what I feel like it was like, and it's a bit of a trap to get into as well.
It's like you can buy the car on finance at 18, have a fucking flashy whip. Or you can put the money in the bank, drive a piece of shit for a few years. Then that money is going to fucking flourish into some crazy investment, you go buy a Bugatti.
Perspective is a beautiful thing, because if you're so focused on being like lean or having the physique you want right now, in the future, it's going to be, you won't get there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the bigger picture is like putting the work now, surplus, grow muscle, give it a year, then see what you're working with.
The antidote to this, the solution is track your fucking food. If you're a hard gainer, if you're someone that struggles to gain weight, your body has like a set point where it wants to remain. So getting out of that is going to be incredibly difficult. Like, you're going to feel full, you're not going to want to eat. And if you just eyeball it or go off how you feel, then you're not going to get
You're never
anywhere.
going to push the
So so make sure that you're eating enough so the scale weight is going up.
And on that too, make sure the your training sessions is going up as well. Over time, on average, should be getting stronger, should be able to handle more weight, a little bit more volume. Because if you're not training harder in some sense, you go through periods of up and down, but over the long run, you should be stronger.
Which brings us on seamlessly to point number 4, and that is ensure you are progressively overloading by tracking your weight and tracking your sessions.
Yeah, I reckon this is tricky, because if you follow it too much, you'll become one of those guys with the logbook.
RPE 7.9.
Yeah, when you're tracking so closely, you can't actually see that bigger picture. We're not fucking robots. Like, you can't just go, I'm just going to overload. Because then, by that logic, when in like 10 years we'll be lifting this fucking building, we should be deadlifting cars, because we've been, getting stronger and stronger. So
Can you not?
Shit, I mean, small ones, mate.
Number 5 is listening to the big, jacked, juicy guy in the corner of the gym. Like, just because he's big and he's jacked, he probably has no fucking idea what he's talking about at all.
And even if you don't listen, even if you just watch him, that's what I as a kid, I'd watch people and go, that's how you. I was like mental notes of like, that's
Is that like curling 100? Like, ooh,
yeah, whatever they're doing. And I think like one thing people miss the point is like, you've got some big juicy dude sauce to the absolute gills. Like, disgusting. You'd hate to know what his blood's probably thicker than honey.
Yeah.
And then you're just thinking, if you watch what he does and you're like, oh well, he's getting gains, but then you don't know what else is happening. You don't know what the joints are like on his body. Probably fucked as well.
Yeah.
But you only see that one snapshot of it. And if and even then, if you ask him and probe further, hey, what do you do for this? What do you do for that? They're probably not even going to tell you the truth anyway.
I've had guys come up to me in the past in gyms when I was like just starting when I was younger, like big juicy guys, like giving me advice, and like some of it was fucking awful, man.
I had one guy that told me to eat KFC after every single workout.
KFC
after every workout. And tell you what happened after eating KFC every workout? I'll give you one lucky guess. You guess it, I got fat as fuck.
You gained 20 pounds of lean muscle overnight.
I gained 20 pounds of fat, honestly, literally about that. I gained 20,
you actually did it. You did it as well.
Oh, no, I did it. I did everything. I did extremely heavy lifting because the guy told me to do it. So
I got the opposite.
Did you?
Someone told me you need to be doing like 15 to 20 reps every set. Like a big guy in the gym. So I'd be there like lighter weight, like doing fucking hundreds of reps. And obviously that's like doing cardio. Like you don't get big from going for a run.
Well, I did 200 kilo squats.
Yeah.
You seen the size of my legs? They're not legs that can squat 200 kilos though. I did 200 kilo squats because my spotter, my trainer, would spot me the whole way through. So it was all momentum and he'd spot me the whole way through and they were shallow. So like extremely heavy lifting because he told me to. And then post-workout KFC, legs didn't get bigger. I just got fat. Yeah. And I was like, you're right. And I thought I made gains too because it's hidden behind all the layers of disillusioning fat.
The final thing that you can do to ensure you make absolutely no gains, but you actually will make some gains with this, but it'll look fucking awful, is getting fat as shit. Like, we've all been there, we've all done it if you've lifted for any long period of time.
100%.
And it's just not needed. Like, it's not necessary.
Even if you have to then diet even harder to get back to where you want to be, you can lose the same, if not more, muscle than you had of gained. You can be in a net loss
because you're dieting for so long.
Yeah, I've lost. What was my biggest one? I've gone from 83 down to 65.
What people don't understand is that there's not a linear relationship between the more food you eat, the more muscle you can gain. There's a point where, let's say you're just pulling a number out of my ass, let's say you're a couple of 100 calories over your maintenance calories. Anything beyond that is just going to be fat. Like there's a limit to how much muscle that you can gain in a certain period of time. So eating more food is only going to be stored as fat, not muscle, which, and unless you want to get fat, that's your goal.
Exactly.
The worst thing is like you're oblivious to it at the time. And then like a few months go by and you get a bit leaner and then you look back at an old photo and you're like, holy fucking shit. That was me. I looked like that. Like, you look like something of Shrek, man. Like,
but then I'd be like, oh, this bulk's gonna be different. I'm like, I'm really gonna grow this
and
one.
then you cut again and you're even smaller than before. And it's a never ending cycle. So don't get too fat. That's the final point. If you want to make absolutely zero gains or morph yourself into some disgusting xenomorph type creature with 73% body fat, do exactly what we did in those 5 tips.
I thought you were meant to say like, go follow Zac.
There will be a chest video up from our chest session going through a chest workout on Zac's channel. Check him out. Links will be down below. Instagram as well. Get involved. Drop us a comment and let us know if you've got any other things that will ensure you get zero gains or get really disgusting and fat or skinny looking. Because if you... Anyway, people, hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you don't already. It really helps the channel out. And if you want to grab any supplements for muscle building, fat loss that are scientifically backed and well dosed, you can get 10% off Huge Supplements, which are my sponsor, with code MO. Peace out. I love to bits. Thank you. Good night.